Perfect aim. Blade Master. Object domination. Object captured. Blade Master.
Point B is under attack.
Blade Master. Point B lost. Double elimination. Perfect aim.
Point A is under attack. Point B is under attack.
Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim.
The enemy captured Point B is under attack.
Perfect
Point B
aim.
captured.
Nice. Elimination. Perfect aim.
Point A captured.
Double elimination.
Point A is under attack.
Triple elimination.
Awesome.
Object captured. Perfect aim. Domination. Double elimination. Object lost. Perfect aim. Object captured. Elimination. Perfect aim. Domination. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Domination. You rock. Perfect aim.
Point A captured. Point A is under attack.
You rock.
Point A
Double
captured.
elimination. Perfect aim. Eliminations. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Four at once. Perfect aim. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Domination. Incredible. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Awesome.
Point A is under attack.
Nice. Point A lost.
The enemy captured
Bang.
Point A.
Perfect aim.
Point A is under attack. Point A captured. Point A is under attack.
Point A lost.
The enemy captured Point A.
Domination. Perfect aim.
Point A is under
Perfect
attack.
Point A domination. Elimination. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Domination. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Perfect aim.
Point A is under attack. Point A captured.
Incredible. Incredible. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Perfect aim. Domination. Perfect aim. Perfect aim. Combo breaker. Double elimination. Merciless. Object captured. Object lost. Merciless. Awesome. Nice. Merciless. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Object captured. Perfect aim. Eliminations. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Nice. Domination. Double elimination. Object captured. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Object lost. Object captured. Object lost. Perfect aim. Domination. Object captured. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Domination. Object lost. Object captured. Elimination streak. Double elimination. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Object lost. Nice. Bang. Perfect aim. Object captured. Perfect object lost. Bang. Bang. First strike.
Point A captured. Point A is under attack.
Perfect
Point B
aim.
captured. Point A is under attack. Point B captured is under attack. Point A is under attack. Point C is under attack. Point A is under attack.
Point B lost. Point C lost.
The enemy captured Point A. The enemy captured Point C. Point B is under attack.
Nice. Point B lost. Nice. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Eliminations. Triple elimination. Perfect aim.
Point C captured.
Nice.
is under attack.
Elimination.
Point B is under attack.
Point A lost. Point B lost.
Point C is under
Perfect
attack.
aim. Point C lost.
Point A captured. Point B captured. Point B is under attack. Point B captured. Point B is under attack. Point B is under attack.
Point B lost. Perfect aim. Assist.
The enemy captured Point C. Point A is under attack. Point B is under attack.
Point A lost.
The enemy captured Point A. Point C is under attack.
Perfect
Point C
aim.
is under
Domination.
attack.
Double elimination. Perfect
Point C
aim.
is under attack.
Assist.
Point A is under attack. Point C captured.
Point A lost. Merciless.
The enemy
Double
captured.
elimination. Perfect aim. Triple elimination. Perfect aim.
Point B is under attack.
Point B lost. Elimination. Perfect aim.
Point C is under attack.
Domination lost.
The enemy captured Point C.
Perfect aim. First strike lost. Double elimination.
The
Perfect
enemy
aim.
captured Point A.
Triple elimination. Perfect aim.
Point A captured.
Eliminations. Perfect aim.
Point A is under attack.
Point A lost.
The enemy captured Point A.
You rock. Assist.
Point A captured.
Perfect aim. Domination. Double elimination.
Point A is
Perfect
under
aim.
attack.
Domination.
Point A captured.
Eliminations. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim.
Point A is under
Perfect aim. Domination. Point A lost.
Point A captured. Point A is under attack. Point A is
Point
under
A
attack.
lost. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Perfect
Point A
aim.
captured.
Elimination. Double elimination. Perfect aim.
Point A is under attack.
Point A lost. Blade Master. Domination. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim.
Point A captured. Point Point A is under attack.
Bang. Point A lost.
Point A captured.
Perfect aim.
Point A
You
captured.
rock. Perfect aim.
Point A is
Eliminations. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect
under
aim.
attack.
Point A lost. Bang.
The enemy captured Point A.
Perfect aim.
The enemy captured Point A. Point B captured.
Assist. Perfect aim. Domination. Perfect aim. Domination. Bang. Merciless. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Domination.
Point C captured.
Nice.
Point C is under attack. Point
Nice.
C captured.
Bang. Perfect aim. Perfect aim.
Point C is under attack. Point C is under attack.
Assist.
Point A is under attack.
Perfect aim. First strike. Lost.
The enemy captured
Perfect
Point A.
aim. Perfect aim.
Point A captured.
Elimination streak. Perfect aim. Perfect aim. Double elimination.
Point A is under attack.
Point A lost.
The enemy captured Point A.
Perfect aim. Domination.
Point A is under attack.
Point A lost. Perfect aim.
Point A captured. Point A is under attack. Point A captured.
Perfect aim. Bang. Elimination streak. Perfect aim.
Point A is under attack.
Bang. Point A lost.
Point A captured.
Perfect aim. Domination.
Point A is
Perfect
under attack.
aim. Double elimination.
Point A captured. Point A is under attack.
Point A lost. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Perfect aim. Elimination. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Domination.
Point A is under attack.
Point A lost.
The enemy captured Point A.
Perfect aim.
Combo breaker.
Perfect aim.
Capture. Point B is under attack. Point B captured. Point B is under attack. Point B captured.
Point A lost. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Triple elimination. Perfect
Point C is
aim.
under attack.
Point C lost.
Point B is under attack. The enemy captured Point C.
Elimination streak. Perfect aim. Domination.
Point B is under attack.
Perfect aim.
Point B is under attack. Point A is
Double
under attack.
elimination.
Point B
Perfect
captured.
aim. Domination. Point A lost. Bang. You rock. Incredible. Double elimination.
Point A
Perfect
captured.
aim.
Point A is under attack.
Perfect
Point A
aim.
captured. Point A is under attack. Point B is under attack.
Point A lost. Blade
Point C
Master.
captured.
Point B lost.
The enemy
Double
captured
elimination.
Point A.
Perfect aim. Perfect aim.
Point B captured.
Elimination streak. Perfect aim. Domination.
Point B is under attack. Point C is under attack. Point C captured.